what's up you guys? It's Deanna, your resident curly girl, and today I want to talk to you guys about something that happened to me last week that I feel like is worth sharing. So let's get into it. Alright, so last week I got a haircut, and as I've talked about in a couple of my videos, getting haircuts as a curly girl, especially when you are starting your journey into this whole method, is really, really important. A lot of people go for a big chop, which is just cutting off all of their damage all at once. I decided to go against that and slowly start to cut off the damage in my hair little by little. But I've noticed a consistent pattern every time I go to get my haircut, and that's what I want to talk about today. And that is product shaming. Now, it really bothers me when I go into a hair salon. Hairstylists don't give me the best advice for my budget. And I understand that they have to make a certain quota or whatever, and that they have to sell a certain amount of products, but I feel like your hairstylist should really be there to help you and to help you get information about your hair, because they went to school for it and they should know about it. They should be educated about it. So I go to a curly hair salon and they all do a really great job, and they know a lot about all of the things that I talked about and what you should look for a hairstylist. They know about the curly girl method. They are a Diva Curl trained salon, Weed Head trained salon. They ask me what products I'm using, and whenever I tell them, they are either like, never heard of it, or are you sure you want to be using that? Why don't you use this Diva Curl one instead? Now I understand that, but it also makes me really upset because they know I'm in college. They know that I'm spending my money to get this haircut. And curly haired haircuts usually are upwards of $75, $80, not including the tip. Because you should always tip your hairstylist and whoever's washing your hair. That's just like a polite thing, just like you tip waiters and waitresses. And I'm spending this money to get my haircut because I know that I need to cut the damage out of my hair. And I don't want to sacrifice length. I don't want my hair to be like a bob. I want to be able to put it in a ponytail because I have to put it into a ponytail for work. But the first time I went into the salon, I was talking to my hairstylist, and she's like, I was telling her about curly hair, she was talking to me about my routine, I was telling her, like, I recently read the Curly Girl Handbook by Lorraine Massey, and it really changed my point of view, and I decided to start looking a lot more into my products and how I treat my hair. And she's like, oh, that's really good, that's really good. So you're using Diva Curl products, right? And I said, no, I'm not. She goes, well, then you're doing it wrong. How was I doing it wrong? If I'm still abiding by what Lorraine Massey says, I'm not using sulfate silicones or parabens. But this lady, this hairstylist, told me that I was doing it wrong. And I said, what do you mean I'm doing it wrong? She goes, well, you're supposed to be using Diva Curl products. And I said, well, I don't want to be using Diva. I think my hair products work fine. She goes, well, what are you using? And I said, well, I'm using Shea Moisture products. I feel like there's a lot of variety and a lot of different things, and it's a lot more easy for me to access than Diva Curl. She says, okay, well, I find Shea Moisture to be really drying for my hair. I think you're making a mistake. Now, I understand that different products work differently for different people's hair. Maybe she wasn't using the right Shea Moisture product for her, or maybe she was just trying to upsell me. I don't know. But after she says, yeah, I find Shea Moisture to be very drying on my hair, she goes, maybe instead you should try Diva Curl. I said, no, I can't really afford Diva Curl because I like to use a leave-in conditioner, a mask, and a gel. So the Archangel gel, I think, is like, the Super Cream's like $30 a bottle. The Archangel gel is about $25 a bottle, so I'm already at $55 right there. And then the Melt into Moisture mask is another like $25, $30. And I know that these are good products. And I have nothing against Diva Curl, and I think it's a really great line. And I think that it was made with very good intentions. What bothers me is that she like product shamed me. And I don't understand why she had to do that. So later on I went in again. This was about 7 months later. I went in and got my hair cut again. She does a great job cutting my hair, but the whole time I'm in the chair, she's talking to me about how whatever I'm using is bad for me and I'm harming my hair. So this time I went into the salon and I was talking to her, and she's like, oh, are you still using those Shea Moisture products? And I said, no, I've kind of been dabbling around a bit, trying out different things. And she goes, okay, so you're using Diva Curl now? And I said, No, I'm still not using Diva Curl. See, the thing is, I want to try a bunch of different products, and the best way for me to do that on a budget is to use drugstore products. Not only that, but I feel like it's a lot more accessible to a lot of people, and I want to be able to tell you guys what I think about all these different products out there. Also, on top of all of that, I feel that it's not really the name that's on the product that counts, but the ingredients that's in that product. I was telling her, no, I haven't really been using Shea Moisture as much. I've moved on to a couple different products. I'm using the Curls Blueberry Bliss line a lot because I really like it, and I'm also using the Not Your Mother's Naturals line a lot. She goes, oh, I've never heard of it. Now, I understand why she may not have heard of these because Blueberry Bliss Curls is starting to like make a more of a comeback, but it's definitely only in drugstores, and it's more used to only be in Target for a while. So like, I understand what she was talking about, but at the same time I was just like, okay. And Not Your Mother's Naturals is relatively new, it's coming onto the scene, like I understand. So she was like, well, I've never heard of them, but regardless, you should still be using Diva Curl products. I said, okay, well, I don't really want to use Diva Curl products. Like, I understand they have really good ingredients, but I'm trying to find other options. Nothing against the name. I do have a couple Diva Curl products that I use and I love, and I know they work really well, but I like to try other options. She goes, oh, well, if you don't like Diva Curl, we like Weedad. Now, this is what bothered me. She said that I should use Diva Curl products because, you know, they have great ingredients. And then she talks about Weedad. Weedad does not have great ingredients. They say that they're the curl experts, but honestly, I don't really feel like they are because their products are 75% chemicals, and a lot of their shampoos and conditioners have sulfates and silicones in them. So I said, well, you know, I pay attention to the ingredients in the product, and Weedad has a lot of chemicals in them. She goes, yeah, I know, but they're a high quality brand. A high quality brand is not necessarily a reason to buy something. And I don't know, the way she talked to me just really bothered me, so I wanted to talk to you guys about it and see if maybe this has been happening to you, or if you feel product shamed by anybody else in your curly hair journey. Now, I love Diva Curl products. I think that there's nothing wrong with them, and I think that they're great products, but I also think that there should be other options out there, and that I shouldn't be product shamed by my hairstylist. And if she knows that I'm in college, if she's working cutting hair in a college town, I think that she should be able to offer up insights into other products. Now, it wasn't a Diva Curl exclusive salon. They also did Weedad cuts. They also did a bunch of other things. It was a locally owned salon. Maybe they make most of their money from Diva Curl. I don't know. But it just really bothered me how she talked to me about it. And I keep thinking about like this, I don't want to call it a stigma, but maybe it is a stigma, just the way she approached curly hair care. Like, if you're paying attention to the ingredients that's in your product, if there's not a lot of chemicals in them, if you're making sure to avoid sulfates and silicones and parabens, then what is the difference? I just feel like it's definitely something to consider, and when you are looking at the ingredients in these products, you can find these ingredients in other products. Like Diva Curl products are great, and they have a lot of natural extracts in them, and that's why I think that they're such a great brand, because they make sure to let you know where your ingredients are coming from. But that's not to say that there aren't other brands that don't have natural extracts. It's just something to really think about and consider and weigh all of your options on. You shouldn't feel pushed into trying one thing because somebody says it. You should definitely take the time to find this stuff out for yourself. Read the ingredients labels and compare them. When I'm in the drugstore, I spend an inordinate amount of time in the hair care section. And when I'm in Target, first of all, I already spend a lot of time in Target. I think everybody does. But when I'm in the hair care section of Target, the natural hair section of Target, I will spend at least 30 minutes in there looking at the ingredients on the products, reading and comparing the ingredients between different products, and like looking online and seeing what people have said about the product, looking at reviews about the product, comparing them to Diva Curl products sometimes, even if I hear that it's a dupe for the product, looking at the ingredients and comparing the ingredients side to side. And I really think it's up to you to make your own educated choice about what products you choose to use. And it's also up to your wallet and how much money you have to spend on these products. Now, if you want to experiment and you want to try, that's great. I love experimenting and I love trying different things. Of course, I always have my old reliables and things that I know worked really, really well, but that doesn't necessarily mean that everything else you use is bad. It's just a personal preference, and it's something that I wanted to talk about because I feel like it's not talked about a lot, and it's something that should definitely be addressed. But that's all for this week's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!